One lingering question that has been around since the launch of Breath of the Wild in 2017 was, how does this fit into the Zelda timeline? This has been such a lingering question as it doesn't really belong in any timeline logically due to the inconsistencies surrounding the characters in the world. Most notably, Rito and Zora both exist in the Hyrule in this game, which really shouldn't be that possible due to the Rito being an evolved version of the Zora due to the Great Flood shown in the Wind Waker. This question was then answered by Nintendo in a Hyrule Historia as being at the end of a timeline. This choice really did not make any sense with no explanation by Nintendo, and some of the changes due to their previous completed timeline made Zelda fans like myself take this info with a grain of salt. However, in the latest trailer for the sequel of Breath of the Wild, now known as Tears of the Kingdom, I think I now know the location of both games on the timeline and have a theory on how the timelines might have unified. The latest trailer has gotten many theory heads like myself speculating about the contents of the title of Tears of the Kingdom, and have speculated that it could be the final game in the timeline due to the possible reappearance of the goddess Hylia, the Master Sword being destroyed, and this game almost feeling like it's going in full circle in an endless time cycle with Skyward Sword with the Sky Islands. If this is the case, surely the only logical place to put this game is at the very end of the timeline, as Nintendo stated years ago. This also makes sense as Rito's wound needed the Great Flood to have existed, so Tears of the Kingdom would naturally need to be after the games such as Wind Waker or Ocarina of Time on the timeline. This begs the question, how did the timeline merge and unify? I personally think I found a possible answer to this for a game which currently isn't canon to the story but makes logical sense. Hyrule Warriors. During the midway point of Hyrule Warriors, the main villain of the time, Sia, uses a complete power of the Triforce to open portals in space and time to other games in this franchise, such as The Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, and Ocarina of Time, which brings together characters which shouldn't coincide with each other, such as Toon Link, Skull Kid, and Ravio. What if the events of this non-canon game created this final unified Hyrule, or even a pocket dimension Hyrule made to create the end of the timeline? This would make sense as in a world where the Wind Waker world and the Majora's Mask world would combine the adult and child timelines, removing the contradiction that Rito's and Zora's coexist in the same world. Even during the cutscenes of Hyrule Warriors, we can see a unified world being created with Death Mountain, the Twilight Princess Bridge, Hyrule Castle, and Skyloft, which may be where the dragons go during the events of Breath of the Wild, as it's a similar portal to where Link travels through in Skyward Sword. Or perhaps Skyloft doesn't exist in this world due to the time frame. Perhaps the Sky Islands in Tears of the Kingdom are fragments of the Sky World, and one of the goals of the game is to return the Sky World to pre-Skyward Sword times to continue the cycle, but that is a completely different theory for another day. To the people in the comments who are currently screaming, Hyrule Warriors isn't canon, dummy! I've got one question for you. Can you tell me the exact moment in Ocarina of Time where the downfall timeline becomes canon? How come this only happens during the events of Ocarina of Time and no other game? Surely this could mean that any other game can make multiple downfall timelines. Obviously, I may not be correct here, but I do believe there's merit in this theory. Perhaps I'm completely wrong and it'll all be explained by time travel and Tears of the Kingdom. I don't have the answer to this, but please tell me your theories in the comments below. And without any further ado, stay safe and goodbye.